Seeds, and welcome to Soulful Sunday, a weekly feature where we tap in and channel messages for the upcoming week. Today's messages are for the upcoming week of Sunday, January 30th, all the way to Saturday, February 5th, 2022. Let's get into it. 2 words. Oh, Canada. We're diving in and we're talking about it because these are the messages that came through. And I just want to preface this video with saying that do I have a personal opinion and belief about what is going on right now? Abso-fucking-lutely. But in this video, these are channeled messages that I really got myself into a very quiet space. I lit a candle, I cleared the space, and I opened up my channel and I channeled these messages from Spirit. So this is not a reflection of my personal opinion. I am just delivering the messages that came through my vessel. So that being said, let's get started. There are 9 messages to get through. I wrote down 3 pieces of paper worth of words, and in this video I will be doing a lot more of looking down and reading the paper because I really want to get these words out and said in the way that they were given to me. So I'll do a bit more looking down and reading versus looking at the camera, just so you are aware. Message number 1: exploring unity and what that really means. It is truly possible in the face of such diversity and adversity if we stay in our heart centers and are willing to sit down with the enemy. Message number 2. Whatever your stance or opinion is on the Canadian trucker convoy, you cannot deny that this has people talking. People are talking about mandates. They're talking about racism. They're talking about freedom. The energy behind all of this is momentum. Momentum. This momentum is helping to break the barrier of that stuck, rigid energy that so many of us have been feeling the last 2 years. Whether it's to join or oppose this movement, people are fired up and passionate about something and talking about it. This is energy in motion. This is how we continue to crumble old systems that are no longer working, by having things like these happen that get people riled up and get them talking. This is what we're doing. This is good. This is good. Number 3. The opportunity to discuss these topics with other people of different views has presented itself via this movement. Now, there is a shadow side to this because there's always a shadow side to everything because that's just life and that's part of being here. The shadow side is the opportunity to create more division if we can't put our disagreements aside to have loving, heart-centered, and conscious conversations with those whose views directly oppose ours. Opportunity for growth, opportunity for union, opportunity for division, opportunity for more polarity. Message number 4. There is never going to be one perfect movement or protest that is going to check all of the boxes and get the seal of approval from everyone. Everyone will always believe that another cause is more important or should be looked at first, and rightfully so. Everyone is entitled to their own opinion based on experiences they've had and their perceptions, beliefs, etc. Instead, this convoy is presenting itself to us energetically as a catalyst for momentum, conversation, unity, and change. The trickle effect this is having on other countries alone is not to be ignored either. One of many this year, this is the initial spark of the fire. Now, they also want to point out it's possible for a chain reaction of causes to get addressed from this. One thing's happening, snowball effect, chain reaction. But you have to understand it has to start with one. But it might not be the ideal one or the one that you think should go first. But think of it energetically as a snowball effect and an opportunity for this to open the door and the floodgate for more conversations and more things to get looked at and shifted. Message number 5. Energy doesn't lie. So I also tapped into the energy of this movement, of what's going on in Ottawa, but also all of the smaller protests across Canada that are in alignment with this. And I did it with no background noise. I separated myself from my human self with my emotions and opinions. I really dropped into my higher self, and I asked about this, and I tapped in about this. As soon as I did that, I felt an immediate blast of pure, fierce love and pride energy in my heart chakra. Pride for fellow man, neighbor, and country. Energy doesn't lie. That's what I felt as soon as I tapped into it. It was like, bam, right here, swelling with pride. Hands holding hands, backs while our backs are against the wall. And that is an analogy that, if you watched last week's video, an analogy of a message that came through of us coming together and holding hands, and the backs, the walls behind our backs beginning to crumble, which are these old systems that just have no place here anymore. Message number 6. So this message is specifically addressing the comments and the information that has come out, questioning the motives behind this movement and how it originated and the people who originated or came up with it or started this. One thing to note: everyone can cherry pick and find dirt on anyone in any movement. The one does not represent the many. It is possible for something to be rooted in one energy, or to have threads of one energy woven into the root. But as it cultivates, grows, and evolves, it can be shifted if it is influenced by enough of another energy. If you give anything of any lower level frequency enough light, enough love, enough compassion, and you just bombard it with that, and there's enough other people doing the same thing, you can shift the frequency of that root, of that seedling, of that plant. Love is the strongest, most powerful frequency that there is. Do not underestimate that. The light is always more powerful than the dark. Even the darkest seed can be infiltrated by the light. Message number 7. If you aren't willing to explore the opportunity for unity over this situation or movement, can you zoom out to a higher perspective to see that this could be a catalyst for more open conversations and how many other issues are being handled? Open up your mind, expanding your mind to this opportunity that's being presented to all of us. Message number 8. This energy will continue for a few more weeks, not just this one. More laps to go. I'm sure we all figured that this was not going to wrap up in about a week with a nice little bow. I was shown the analogy of filling our own tanks up with gas for the next stretch. Unity consciousness is a road with a long haul. It's pretty kind of funny, pun intended. Clever play on words. Okay. Patience with one another as we start to learn how to come together to have these kinds of conversations while putting aside different opinions. Now, I wrote down a quote from a man named Chris Corsini, who has an astrology channel, and he's very funny, and he does tarot readings, He's just pretty cool. He's a really cool guy. I don't know him personally. I've just watched some of his stuff and I've liked it. But this is a quote that he had in his, I think his Instagram story the other day, and I took a screenshot of it and I wrote it down, and I thought it would be really relevant to share in this video. You're allowed to hold a complex understanding, one that invites simultaneous agreement and disagreement with various parts of multifaceted people and or situations. In fact, I'm more than encouraging you to do that. Okay, so that is the end of that quote, and then now I'm going to share a couple more things that came through and some final thoughts. It will be bumpy. It will be imperfect. There will be bursts of dark energy and bursts of light energy. But the spark of fire, hope, and unity that has been lit in the hearts of Canadians and those worldwide cannot be diminished. And if it doesn't play out here, or if it doesn't have a strong enough hold here, which I think there's more to play out for sure, but it's energy. It'll move and it's going to happen somewhere else, and it's already popping out all over the place. If I can't learn how to sit at the table with someone and find common ground despite differences, how can humanity begin to evolve and shift towards unity consciousness for the next generation? We can't. It starts now. Respecting people and respecting their opinions, even if they're different from yours. Final thoughts. Whatever the outcome of this or how it plays out, this is a moment of time in our history where we are being presented with the opportunity to have hard, loving, and open conversations with those whose views we don't understand. The energy of this cannot be shrunk or minimized or smeared. Unity, unity, unity. Love, love, love. All right, so those are your messages for this upcoming week. Some thoughts to ponder, digest, think about. If this video resonated with you or helped you to expand your mind a little bit or to get a higher perspective, please like, comment, share, subscribe, share with your friends. And I will see you back here next Sunday for the next Soulful Sunday. It was my highest honor to deliver these messages for you, and just really holding the light and holding this frequency of light and heart-centeredness is so key. And yeah, there are bad bad apples in any bunch, but we cannot. I just feel that if people that are for this stay in their hearts and remember why they're doing this and what they're doing, as opposed to branching off to other things or trying to do other things, tunnel vision of what exactly they are here to do and stand up for, and being heart-centered and loving kindness, that light is so contagious, and you cannot twist or manipulate that. It doesn't stick when you try to do that. So stay in your heart center, speak with kindness, have respect and respecting other people who think differently from you, and take time for yourself to fill up your own tank with your own goddamn gas. I'll see you back here next week. Namaste and ciao.